September, the convention replaced the monarchy with a French First Republic, introduced a new calendar, and put citizen Louis Capet, formerly Louis XVI, on trial for conspiracy against public liberty and general safety. On the 17th of January 1793, he was condemned to death. On the 21st of January, he was executed. This horrified conservatives across Europe. Having a revolution was bad enough, but killing the king was simply not done. In February, Britain and the Dutch Republic joined the alliance against France. Popular anger, mass conscription, famine, and other factors caused further rebellions across France, this time against the Convention. In response, the Committee of Public Safety was created in April 1793, charged with protecting the new republic against its foreign and domestic enemies. It was given broad supervisory and administrative powers over the armed forces, judiciary, and legislature. Despite internal turmoil and an attempted coup, a new constitution was written, containing radical reforms. However, it was suspended following the assassination of revolutionary leader Jean-Paul Marat in July, which the Committee of Public Safety used as an excuse to take full control. The convention set price controls over a wide range of goods, with the death penalty for hoarders, and on the 9th of September, revolutionary groups were established to enforce them. On the 17th of September, the law of suspects ordered the arrest of suspected enemies of freedom, beginning what came to be known as the Terror. Dramatis Personae. Lady Sophie's household. Lady Sophie, Baroness of Basing. Mr. Barker, butler. Mrs. Swan, housekeeper. Mrs. Dommings, cook. Eleanor Dalton, maid. Sarah, Melanie, maids. The Blakeney household. Sir Percy Blakeney and Lady Marguerite Blakeney, aristocrats. Mrs. Ban, housekeeper. Mr. Stern, butler. Mrs. Jennett, cook. Alice, Melissa, Rebecca, Betty, Anne, Maggie, maids. James, footman. The League of the Scarlet Pimpernel. Sir Andrew Ffoulkes, aristocrat. Lord Anthony Dewhurst, aristocrat. Lord Charles Bathurst, aristocrat and scholar. Other gentlemen of noble birth and leisure. The French royal family. Louis XVI, deceased, former King of France. Marie Antoinette, Queen of France. Louis Charles, Dauphin. Marie-Thérèse Charlotte, Princess and daughter of Louis XVI. Madame Elisabeth, Princess and sister of Louis XVI. Non-aristocrat inhabitants of France. Armand Chauvelin, agent of the Committee of Public Safety. Degas, secretary to Chauvelin. Fleurette, member of Chauvelin's household. Louise Roger, housekeeper to Chauvelin. Adèle, of unknown parentage, maid in Chauvelin's household. Citizen Camille, ardent revolutionary. Prologue. Comtesse. Henri's voice was barely a whisper, his touch on her bedchamber door a scratch, yet of course she heard him. Even by daylight, the Comtesse's senses were keener than those of the living. Enter, she commanded. He straightened his coat in automatic reflex and entered with a bow. The Comtesse d'Angoulême was sitting at her desk, a sheaf of business papers scattered across it, but the pen she was twirling between her fingers had been idle long enough that the ink had dried on the nib. Twin gilt candlesticks lit the room, their flames leaping at the sudden draught of air. The violet brocade curtains were drawn to shut out the sunlight. It might not burn the Comtesse, as the superstitious claimed, but she'd never liked it. No vampire did. She looked up from her papers to consider him with her pansy dark eyes, and as always, his heart seemed to seize up in pure admiration. Unlike the raw ugliness of the world outside and the revolution, she was perfect. Her golden hair, her beautiful tiny hands, as white and unsullied as the hands of angels,